Hey guys, I am back and I just wanted to kind of show you what it looks like. So this is where I'm currently working. Yes, I know it's a huge mess. I am going to try to do better videos. My mom sent me an early Christmas present, the ring light, and I've been setting it up, trying to figure it out. This is the walls, standing up, not glued down yet, because I want to go ahead and glue the shelf piece, which is right here. I'm going to put in the things that I want to put into it, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Then I think I will go ahead and glue this to the base. I kind of got an idea of how it's going to go based on putting this piece in, or these pieces in. I also went ahead and just finished 3D printing. It took like 2 days, but I 3D printed the base part of a desk, and it was suggested by, I believe, Real Bobby, that there should be a desk. Real Bobby is one of my followers. However, she has her own channel and she does a lot of crafting and shopping for dolls. So you should check her out too. But I'm going to put the science set here, the desk. I might have to move it over slightly, but it's going to go there. On top of that, I have already completed these. So there's one. I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave this gold in the middle to break up and add color. And then there's the third. Again, thanks to my mom, she sent me the filament and I was able to knock these two out as well. I have started making new books to fill in. Those came from the book capsules, the Mini Brands book capsules. They had them on clearance for $4 a piece at our Walmart, so my husband grabbed me some. And then the rest of these are ones that I made. Real Bobby was asking about how I make my books. I'm going to show you several different kinds that I've done. So this one right here, this one was a My Froggy stuff. I put the cardstock on the edges of the template that she provided, but on the inside I cut pieces of foam board to just fill it in. So it looks like a hardcover, doesn't open, doesn't have pages, because that's just too much work for me. So there's that kind. This one was just some random one that I printed, I think from Pinterest. So The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. It was just the cover. This one's a soft cover book. And it just has a bunch of random paper. Some of them even have pictures that I threw in as pages. So, there's that kind. And then I'm trying to find the other kind I've done. I've done some other random ones, like this one. Oops. Let's see. This one. I made it a hardcover, but then I also gave it blank pages, just from scraps of paper that I had laying around. And for that, I put cardstock or cardboard, paperboard, I think is what it's called, in there, and then folded over the cover so that it could go on there. So that's some of them. Here we go. So here's another My Froggy book. This one, however, I did the hardcover. I went ahead and put in the additional pages that she gave that go in, but then I used craft foam, which comes in thin sheets. I don't think I have one right next to me, otherwise I'd show you. I'll have to find it next time. But I glued them in. I didn't really want to use lime green, but it's all I could find at the time, so I went ahead and did it just to, I guess, add color. But I just cut pieces that were big enough to fit in and then glued them in. So that's an option as well. Let's see. I know I think that's the only ways I've been doing the books. Like I said, I got most of these from My Froggy Stuff. Some of these, like this one, I specifically looked up the covers for the Aragon series. My son has been reading those. And I just thought that would be a fun one to have. Now I can't get it back on the shelf. There we go. Okay. But those are there. There's also Delightful Dolls. I will try to remember and link those in. I'm going to be making a whole bunch more. I've got them added to my Pinterest list. If you're interested in that list, I will also link that in so you can get book covers for yourself as well. I did just finish this one. Again, I just used the foam and made that. It's a rather large one though, so it has to go like that. But it looks more like a library. Then I have these. These are, some of them, like the ones on top, are from My Froggy Stuff. The ones down here, besides this one, I made that one. Oh, that's My Froggy. I made that one too. But I think the rest of these are mostly from Zuru Mini Brands books, the first series. And I put all those in. And then I have this bookshelf as well. I'm debating on whether I want to keep this one in here. I might go ahead because then I can use the tops for putting more stuff in. So I think I'm going to do that. But that is how I have it kind of envisioned for the main wall. And then last night I went through my drawers, which as you can see I have a lot of them and I still haven't finished. But I have a 3D printer that I 3D printed for the dolls that will go on the top of one of these. I 3D printed these back in the day. I can't remember. This might be the filament that glows in the dark. I can't quite remember. But these are just various beakers and pieces that I had. I don't remember what I got this from. It's just from my bits and bobs. And it just looked like something that belonged in a science room. So that's that. I have little jars. This vase I was thinking about putting a plant in and calling it like an herb plant. I had bought this set from Temu. It's very similar to the one that came in the Barbie science set. The difference is these are real glass pieces. They came in that one. What else do I have? I did print out a mortar. I have the pestle somewhere. It was a mortar pestle set. I think this is whatever this is called. I have the bowl part and then I have the grinding part. I'm probably getting them mixed up. But I have those. And then I have, yep, a random foot. That's going in there somewhere. These jars I plan on putting things into. I 3D printed these books. And what I'm going to do is take printed book covers. These are too big, so I'll have to find some others. But like these were from Delightful Dolls. I'm going to print some of these, and then I'm going to just glue them to this. That's another way I've made books, and they've just been quick and easy just to print and cover. I have more jars. I've kind of been collecting random jars for a while now. These came from the either Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and they're supposed to be little charms, but they look perfect as bottles. And then another fun find. So Real Bobby had mentioned that the bookshelves don't have to be crammed full of books 100%, right? That instead what I should do is make bookends, and I should put little random things on the shelf. And it's like, why didn't I think of that? So thank you for pointing that out, because I have all these jars. Why not make something fun that can also go on the shelves, as well as the shelves that I'm going to build going up above. So this is one of those, and I think I paid 50 cents. Originally they were $1 and they were marked down. These were at the local antique store that we had. They fell off of their bases, and I don't know how well you can see them. Originally I thought they were hula dancers, but they're actually little boxers. And I thought, how cool if I could turn those into bookends. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn these into bookends, and they're going to sit on either end of a couple of, books somewhere and help me fill that shelf space. All right, so what else do I need to show you guys? Because I had so much stuff planned to go into this. Oh yeah. I had printed these pictures. I just thought that was a really cool sort of antique globe map. I did go and laminate it just to give it some shine. I'm going to trim up the edges really nice, maybe even make a sort of frame to go around it, and then pick a wall, might even be this blank wall, to put all of these posters on. So there's like a blueprint. This one came from My Froggy Stuff. I think it's under her School and Stuff tab. But there's blueprints. There's another world map looking piece. I fell in love with this artwork. Has all the different names of inventors and the things that they're popular for, or most known for in the Discovery Zone. I had one that I had laminated. I need to see if I still have that somewhere. And then I had pre-printed out another one. Don't know why. I want to make a sort of nerdy poster. This was supposed to be a magazine that opens from the opposite side of what we do here in America. And I thought, maybe my doll can have a little bit of a Trekkie splash on her walls. Oh, here's that foam I was talking about. So I did have it in here. So it's just this very thin stuff, and it's foam. You just cut it down and make it fit the book that you want. And that is what I'm going to do. And then I have these stickers that go to a scrapbooking set. I have a few of them like this. They say to do, and they have little lists. I'm going to turn that into something for her desk. But as of right now, that's where I'm at. It's been a little busy here. I had to do some major cleaning in here, and then we had a trip. So just bear with me. I will be trying to do better on these videos. But let me know what you think. This is the vision that I've got going on. This is the idea I have. And I want to know, what do you see that I'm missing, or what do you like? I will get back to you guys very soon. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.